Most people assume their value is obvious. It isn't, and it's especially silent. Welcome to How to Get What You Want. This podcast is for driven women ready to claim their goals and navigate their careers with clarity and confidence. Join me as we explore real stories, tools, and strategies to help you steer your career exactly where you want to go. Let's get started on helping you get what you want. Hey, welcome. I'm Susie. I am so happy that you made the choice to be here today. We're continuing our series on the R.A.I.S.E framework, and we're to the last letter, elevate. If you missed any of the other ones, they're all there for you. You can go back and listen to them. I'd love you to do that. And I really want you to think today, the research shows that if you listen to something but you don't apply it, it just floats away. Don't make this just an entertaining podcast, because it is. Make it something that sticks for you. In the next 72 hours, how are you going to apply something that I tell you today? What are you going to do to take action? I want to challenge you around that. And here's an idea, real quick. I have the Career Level Up Mastermind group cohort, 6 months, some one-on-one access with me, as well as a cohort of like-minded leaders like you. If you want to invest and accelerate your career, this is the place to be. I have a cohort starting soon, so go to negotiationlove.com. There's information there. If you have any questions, you can ping me as well. I'd love to get to know you and support you and invest in you. All right, so let's just jump in. This last one is about elevate. And R.A.I.S.E is about, we talked about recognizing that high stakes moment, aligning to the other side, understanding their interests, inserting your value, and supporting others. And those happen on a regular basis. They're not something that you do in chronological order, but they're things that you need to consider in your everyday. Elevate kind of goes beyond. Elevate is something that you should think about all the time. And it's about really understanding what uniquely makes you who you are and celebrating that for you. And I often say people don't live in your head. They don't. Even your boss, even though if your boss, you have a good relationship and you talk about once a year or once a quarter where you want to go, they don't remember that all the time. Reminding them, celebrating your value, helping them understand where you want to go is important, it's essential, and something that you need to do on a regular basis. And I often talk to professionals about this idea, and I often get people go, I don't want to sound self-serving. I don't want to sound selfish. I'm a team player. I don't want to be that person. And understanding your unique value, for one, is really important for you. It's important for you to remind yourself what makes you uniquely you. I did that. My TEDx is about this concept of understanding what that value you bring is and reminding yourself of that all the time. Your own ROI, having it on like a sticky in front of you, being able to, after a meeting, go, you know what? I'm really good at bringing people together, driving collaboration, helping support one another, like celebrating yourself for what makes you uniquely you on a regular basis. You know what that does? It increases your confidence in yourself, and it solidifies for yourself your differentiator. When you look back on your day and you go, oh my gosh, I was really good at this, it tells your subconscious how good you are, and like helping you not from a superficial perspective or something that's not really there, but just going, you know what? I'm really proud of me. I'm really excited about that. That helps you then articulate to others, because when you live that, at the end of my TEDx, I said, every day, put it on an imaginary banner and put it over your head and say it out loud to yourself about what your differentiator is. If you do that every day, then those things automatically come up in conversation. You can frame your ROI to others, and it doesn't feel self-serving or not as a team player. It's about understanding that people are busy, they're juggling other things, and they have to make decisions quickly. And when you anchor your value for others, it helps them see where you're going. If we leave it up to them, sometimes people, and I've worked with organizations that are like this, where the leadership remembers the person when they stepped in the door, but they don't track their progress through the years that they've been there. And they still think of that person as not being as seasoned as they are. And that's because we're not showing them that. Why do we expect them to know what's going on with us if they don't see us all the time, or they just see us in the hallway and they say hello? It's really important for us to articulate our value in a way that lands with others. And then they are able to see where there are opportunities for you. This really struck me. I was at a leadership conference a few years ago, and there was on stage, there was a C-level woman who was talking about her experience of getting to that level where she has her optics are widened by being able to see all the opportunities in the organization. And she said, when I see things that don't fit perfectly in a role, I don't know who to give them to. So I give them to the people that raise their hand, to the people that say, hey, listen, I want this opportunity. Don't leave it up to me, she said, to make me figure out that you're ready or that you want to do it. She said, even if the person doesn't have the experience, at least they have the desire and the passion to try to figure it out. I want somebody like that. So the people that do that help me, because I don't know exactly who to pick on. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what a great message. Don't make it harder for them to understand you. They don't live in your head. Help them see that. So silence inhibits our ability for others to understand our great work that we deliver, and we assume that somebody understands that. So think about, how do you frame that? How do you anchor your value? I learned this the hard way from Dan. We all have a Dan. He asked for everything, and he got most everything. And while he was annoying the way he did it, people were like, oh, here he goes again. I realized that they favored him. They valued him because he asked for a lot, and they would just give it to him. When he asked to be a part of the meeting, they'd let him go. When they asked to have this client, they just gave it to him. He did work hard. He did have results. But I thought if I worked really hard, they would just give me these things. And it was really funny because one time I was traveling with my boss and I asked her, why do you always give stuff to Dan? And she goes, oh, I didn't even realize I did. And once she thought about it, she goes, well, he always asks. He just makes it easy for me to give it to him. I wasn't. And so I was the path of least resistance. So remember that. It isn't about bragging. It's about giving clarity to somebody else. This is what it sounds like. So just think of this happening in a conversation. Hey, I'm really proud of how my team has delivered this quarter. We exceeded expectations, and I'm so excited that now we have built relationships that are cross-departmental. Listen, that shows that you're doing your job. I want to share with you a personal highlight. I worked closely with Ken this year to help him build his influence. I learned a lot in the process, and I made some great relationships. I'm really proud of myself as a leader. Here's the third one. I'd love to learn from your leadership. You are so vulnerable, and you've really shown me how to lead better. Would it be possible for me to sit in one of your meetings with your staff? Asking for things, access, doesn't have to sound like, I just want to go. This is all about me. It's not ignorance. It's not arrogance, I should say. It's ownership. And it helps people place you in the right rooms, on the right initiatives, at the right time. So I want you to really think about the challenge for you. What are you going to do in the next 72 hours? Start to think about what you've worked on. Start to establish your ROI, why it mattered. What do you do that's different that nobody else does? And start to value that. Can you name it? Can you start to think about who that would be good to tell? Think about Elevate as an investment in your future self, because nobody can anchor where you're going and nobody else can see it. But when you frame it with value for others, you shift their perspective of you. You help them understand how you've developed, where you are, and where you want to go. It isn't about being loud or self-serving. It's about being intentional. It's about zooming out and thinking, who needs to see me? Elevate is about honing and understanding your value and helping others to do that too. I really love this part. It took me a while to understand it for me. And Dan helped me see that. He helped me see how advocating for yourself is really important. I needed to learn to do it my way. So find out how to do it your way. Elevate who you are. Think about who needs to see you. Do it in the next 72 hours. Don't just let this just be entertainment for you. So let's go through RAISE. RAISE is R for recognize, recognizing the moment when something becomes high stakes for you. This is an important moment that matters. A is align to their interests. What's important to them? Think about what it's like to live in their seat. I is about inserting value. How can you ask a great question? How can you make a connection? What value do you offer? S is about support. How do you shine a light on somebody else? How do you give them the microphone? How do you move so that they feel confident in sharing their unique perspective? And then elevate. What is your differentiator? Where do you want people to see you? How do you want to see? It's really important to think about each one of these letters and these are investments in making you more visible, not just showing up, but being seen. Those small decisions that you make continuously will shape your career. So I challenge you, pick one letter, one moment, one conversation, raise your hand. Think about this. I have stickers that I have that remind you, whether it's on a water bottle or it's on your computer, to raise your hand. Make a sticky note, write RAISE, and think about, how am I doing this today? How did I just do that in that meeting? Because every moment you stop waiting to be seen is a moment that you're investing in your future self. I love this framework, and I really wanted to share it with you. Go into more detail. Let me know what landed for you. Let me know how it showed up for you. Give me your example. I want to share it with others. Go to negotiationlove.com, share with me, sign up for CLU, the Career Level Up, or just join the newsletter. That's a place where every week I give you some more insights to how to adopt a negotiator mindset. And always remember that negotiation is more than a skill. It is a mindset. So glad that you're here with me. Go and do good work. Reach out to me and join me next time. I'm Susie. I'll see you then.